Hello West Ham, hope you're keeping safe and well as per usual. The season is done, but the rumours are rife already. And has Graham Potter given us his biggest hint yet at how West Ham are going to take this summer? Beating Ipswich Town 3-1 was nice, but it does bring an end to such a disappointing season. And Graham Potter had some words to say at the end of the game. He said about the game, it's a very nice way to finish the season. 3 points, good performance in front of our supporters, who were fantastic again. And then obviously a great send-off for the boys. It was a very emotional day and an emotional few days and few weeks actually. So I'm proud today to be connected to this fantastic football club. Fabianski deserves it because he's the person he is and performances every day in training. As a person, he's an inspiration. I would say 40 years old or young, shall I say. But how he's had been in his career and how because he's made it the most of himself. Talent is one thing, but the way he approaches training every day, the way he approaches his craft is where there for all to see. So he deserved that, and I thought he played really well. So good, so clean. Again, he optimises his daily work. He gave a lot of credit to Ipswich. He says they're a very well-organised team. He gave credit to Kieran McKenna. He's done a great job there for a couple of years on the physicality of the team. So he gave a lot of credit to them. Then, when it came to discussing what his plans were for pre-season, he went on to say the following, and I'll dissect it a little bit for you. He said, personally, I'm going to spend some time with the family, but you're just working in a different place, to be honest. He said, your phone's on and you're doing different stuff. Kyle, who's the head of recruitment, Kyle McCauley, has been busy and we've all been working as a club. So that makes us think and understand that we're working on targets already. Now, that's something that we would expect. He then goes on and he says, we need to plan and we need to reflect. We need to make the right decisions in terms of what we want to do going forward. And it's going to be an exciting and interesting summer. Again, gives you a bit of hope, thinking, okay, this is going to be an exciting, interesting summer. Couple of little things I'll pick up on in terms of what we want to do going forward. I would have hoped by this point you would have understood what you want to do going forward. That could just be a slip of the tongue and something I'm not going to dissect too much. This is where it does get really interesting though. He goes on and he says, I think in an ideal world, you want to do things early in reference to the transfer market, but sometimes it's not like that. You have to be patient. This is the thing that maybe gets me the most more than anything, because over the last few transfer windows at West Ham, I feel like doing our business late in the window is what has detrimented us. And to move in the market quickly is what would benefit us to bring that squad unity together. Now, let's take into consideration, we believe there's a monumental turnover for this current squad. But you would think they would be doing their due diligence, which is what he said we are, to bring in recruits as quick as we can. Because we have to do something against the grain, something that's a bit different than normal, and bring players in early doors. That's my humble opinion. It doesn't mean it's right. But for me, it's something that we haven't done for such a long time, rather than waiting to the last window. He goes on and he says, you have to do the right things rather than the quick things. If we can do anything, we will. But at the same time, I think making the right decisions aligned together is the focus for us. I completely agree with that. However, if you have a player, you have a target, and you want that player and you want that target, you can move and should move quickly for them. And if Kyle McCauley, has been doing the work that he is being told, and we're being told as fans that he's doing, then we should have had targets and should have targets ready to rock and roll when the transfer window opens. Therefore, I fully expect West Ham to move as quick as we can to bring some people in. Now, I know there's going to be financial constraints. I expect players heading out the door. I think there are going to be decisions made very quickly in that department. You know, the way that Kudus celebrated today made me think that he's gone. We're going to need as much money as we possibly can. So it's probably going to be a bid from the Saudi club coming in to give us as much money for our asset as we possibly can. But when it comes to incoming players, and the philosophy of what West Ham are trying to achieve, we need to see that changes, and those changes have to happen reasonably quick. I'm not asking for all of them changes to be made. I'm not asking for West Ham to sign 10 players all in the first month of the transfer window. But I would at least like to see the direction the club are moving in quite quickly when this transfer window does open. You listen to Arne Slot as well talk, and he talks a lot about players and what Liverpool are looking for and how they're going to try and bring in relevant players as quick as they possibly can. So we need to do the exact same by bringing players in as quick as we can. It's important, it's vital that we do that. It's important and it's vital. It's essential we move quickly in this market. Anyway, that's an end. That's Potter's last final words before he goes and takes a break. Keep your eye on the channel. We'll give you as much updates as we possibly can. Come on, you Reds.